Greetings from Monterey Pass battlefield. This is the site where Robert E. Lee retreated from Gettysburg from that direction towards that direction. Now this is the modern road. The modern road was not here. So the old road is back up in there. The Appalachian Trail is down that way. So we're doing an Appalachian Trail hike today. It's about 0.3 miles down there. And then we're gonna go the whole way up to Gettysburg. So today's hike is going to be from the area of Lee's retreat from Gettysburg all the way up to Route 30, which is about 15 miles. And that is the area, Route 30 is about where 60% of Lee's army came into Gettysburg. Okay, Luann's leaving me off here at Monterey Pass. Gonna hike the Appalachian Trail crosses Route 16 here. Right there across the road, and we're going to go up to Route 30, which is about 15 miles away, Thaddeus Stevens Park. So what time is it? It is lovely assistant. 9:08. We're leaving at 9:08. So thanks, Luann, for dropping me off. I'll see you in a little while. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it should be fun. I love you. So we just left a minute ago. It's 9:11, and I was reading up on this section of the Appalachian Trail, 15 miles up from 16 to Route 30. They say it's soul destroying, soul destroying because of the quartz rocks. I don't know. So we're going to find out. There's a few hikers that went by in front of me. I don't know how far they're going. I didn't get a chance to talk to them. Now, Luann and I, we hiked from the border of PA up to about 2.5 miles to Route 16, and we turned around and went back the other day. It was rocky, and there was some hills. There was a big hill, a couple big hills, and then we went back. So that knocked off the very lower part of PA for me. So that's why I'm starting here today. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Let's have a look up the trail. Oh, it looks nice. It's going to be a hot one today too. Got lots of water. So I just passed the one group there. They're going to the same place I am. They're going to do 17 miles today. I'm probably going to do about 15, but we're in the same place. They started a little earlier. So according to them, there's going to be other groups on the trail today, which is kind of nice because I'm not used to having people on the trail. So there must be another one of their groups up here hiking. So right now, we're just kind of picking a pace of a quick walk. So anyway, so like I said, there's a group up there. So I don't know what we're going to find today. I think there's some overlooks, but I'm really excited to be doing this part because it's related to, this mountain is so related to the Gettysburg campaign. It's 9:24 a.m. Left Monterey Pass back there. So there's a story at Monterey Pass when the Yanks were looking for where in the heck the Army of Northern Virginia was, Lee's army. They came across this little girl in the middle of the night, and this little girl gave the army intelligence. In fact, the little girl actually rode with the Union troops. That's how the story goes. That's how I understand it. So she helped the Union army that night at 2 a.m. during a rainstorm, which begs the question, did her mother know she was out doing this? Okay, so just past the second group of hikers. I don't know if we'll hit any more up here. They also started at Penmore. They're going up to Thaddeus Stevens Park, Caledonia Springs. He also pointed out that one of the guys in the last group said there's a lookout at the 5-mile mark, so it's a little bit off the trail. So that adds some time into the hike. You can't go, personally, most people probably think this, you can't go by the overlook because that's part of the fun, so you got to get off the trail and go back to see the overlook. So that's what we plan on doing. Moving along here. It's beautiful up here. I'm no longer hearing the voices of the group I passed back there, but you never know. They might come back up and to me at some point. That hasn't happened to me yet, though. Normally, so far, every time I've passed somebody, I haven't seen them. And in the 120, or in the 102 miles I've done of the app trail so far. Or I hear the voices. See, I'm filming, so and I'm not going as fast when I'm filming, and I hear them catching up to me a little bit back there. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Check that. It was not them that I was hearing. It was ghosts. Now, I actually don't believe in ghosts. And, you know, from what I hear, they don't believe in me either. So. Okay, it's 10:13. Been at this a little over an hour. I'd say it was smooth sailing to this point. I would say I started at Route 16, so it's been smooth sailing. But the section that Luann and I did that led up to 16, 2 miles from Penmar to 16 was about 2 miles. That was a lot more rocky so far. But that's the thing, you just never know when a trail is going to change. Okay, about an hour and a half in, going over a nice little stream here. Oh, a couple of them. That's nice in here. Pennsylvania. Nice. There's another bridge. Party campground here. Pure drinking water year round. Okay, that's nice to know. Okay, but it says Appalachian Trail this way. So here we go. Beautiful park. Just tumbling run shelters. It is 10:59. On we go. I just left tumbling run shelters, and really haven't had a lot of climbs, but this seems like it's one. I think we got one coming here. I think the fun is beginning. So we've been at this almost 2 hours now. Yeah, this looks like a good climb up through here. 11:11. 2 hours in, that was a good climb. Getting out of tumbling run shelter. I'm not sure if we'll have any more climbs. I think now we're finally out of tumbling run because I don't see any more hills. And there was a cool breeze at the top. Man, did that feel good. All right, we gotta climb this rock. Let's see how we do here. Well, if I fall. Oh my God, chimney rock. Oh, jeez. This is nice. Oh, wow. It's already looking nice. He just did it. He gave it a good review.
It seems like there's so few viewpoints along this section of the AT. It's nice when something comes up.
Right. And south of Penmar, it's really nice. There's some good overlooks south of Penmar. I don't know if you've ever done that.
I've done all of Maryland.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you couldn't ask for a better day for it, huh?
Yeah. What river's that?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe Shenandoah, Potomac. I don't know. I have to think. I'll put it down in my comments when I look it up. Oh, my. Well, let's get a little higher up. Jesus, it's so cool. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Here we are at Chimney Rock. My goodness gracious. Beautiful. I think I want this one. This is some serious steep descent right here. But it is gorgeous. You know what? I don't think I want to be falling around. Ooh. Well, at least don't get me falling down this hill. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what's under here. I'm afraid to go through there. Maybe next hike. Boy, it's gorgeous here, though. My goodness. How long we've been hiking to get here? 2.5 hours, I don't know, but it's well worth it. It is simply amazing up here. Let me see, down over the edge. Let's see if we can see down over here and out. Oh my goodness, that is such a far drop. Oh yeah, this is so cool. Oh my, there's a body of water out there. So Gettysburg, I'm gonna have to check it out. It might be straight ahead there. It can't be too, maybe right over in there. Maybe over in there. Oh, there's a tower right there. Is that a tree? Can't really tell. Anyway, man, I'd love to stay here, and I think I will. Oh my God. That's gorgeous. Yeah, this is why we do it. I'm gonna tell you, you don't always get overlooks, but when you do, man, you appreciate them. Wow. All right. Well, I hope you're enjoying the view. I'll just be quiet for a couple seconds here. Rock and roll. Okay, on to the next one. I don't know how far we got to go. I think we came, so we've come, say 2 hours and 45 minutes to this spot, and we sat here for a while. Let's see if I can find where Gettysburg is while you're up there. Let me pull out the map. Pull out the map here. So, okay, we're turning. Yeah, that might be Gettysburg where I was pointing. Yeah, that might be it. Damn, that's it. Wow. Yeah. Gettysburg is definitely, wait a minute. Let's see here. I am pointing right now at the word Gettysburg, and I can see that land just beneath. Now, can I see Little Round Top and Big Round Top? I don't know. Yeah. Whew. Nice view. So down that way is Monterey Pass, say 5 miles. That's where Lee retreated from Gettysburg. And then up north, say 6 or 7 miles, he went into Gettysburg on Route 30, most of the army, that way. And on the other side of that mountain there is Gettysburg. So here we are at Chimney Rock, and I'm pointing straight ahead towards Gettysburg. And I'm going to flip the camera around. You can see some fields out there. I don't know if that's Gettysburg or not. Don't know if you can see it from here. Because there's a ridge here, and there's a little lake down here. Now, if you're on the other side of that ridge, on this little ridge here, where this wood is, you might be able to see the full Gettysburg. But I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the area that I can spot from here. So I'm making note of these farm buildings here. We might be able to, you know, there's one in the center, a few to the left, one over here to the right. And then there's just making note of all the geography, so when we go over back to Gettysburg, we can take a look back here and see if we can see this outcropping of rocks. Okay, well, if I fall, there'll be record. And we'll be able to show the doctors exactly what happened. There'll be no questions as to. Now that's very steep, and it falls down to a gully to the right. But we're going to go over this way. We're going to take a look over this way. Yeah. Okay. We're not going that way. We're going to go this way. Okay, this is a little tricky here. I would not want to go sliding down, so I'm going to straddle this rock here. Because if I should slide, I would go right down into that gully. I mean, it's not that risky. I don't want to be over dramatic, but I ain't going to lean a little bit too far to the left, because then I'm going to go over the edge. So I'm going to leave. If I go, I know I can catch myself. But yeah, if I go now, I'm going to be able to catch myself in the corner of this rock. Okay. All right. That's one. Okay, one done. All right, now we gotta go. The other one's even steeper. All right, you enjoying this? I hope I make it. You know what? Knees feel really good on these rocks. Okay. We're gonna just slide right down here like a sliding board. Just like, you know. Yeah. Well, one last look before we say bye-bye to Chimney Rock. Yeah. That's what you call rock and roll there. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's go down. This is going to be a little steep here, but we're going to go down on our butt. Worst comes to worst, we break an ankle. And not a leg and an ankle. Okay. Now, I might be being a little bit over dramatic, but you know, I'm making this way too hard. I'm just going to slide down the side here rather than go straight down. Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be easy to get back to the trail. There was all kinds of people around and people telling me where to go. All of a sudden, there's no people, and it was hard to figure out how to make it back to the trail. But we figured it out. Had to go through some woods and make sure I don't step on a snake. Oh, not like that. Okay, I still don't know where. I know I'm on the app trail, but I'm just trying to figure out, did I come in? Have I done this part already? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm going backwards. Love it. So yeah, I went back that way a little bit. I turned around and came this way. And here's where I met two guys on the rock. And they told me Chimney Rock was that way. So I don't know, I got lost to come way out down there. Should have come up down here. But yeah, it's weird. There was just people all around, and all of a sudden, you think there's gonna be people all day, then nobody. All right, well, we're leaving Chimney Rock. I don't know how far we got to go. I'll just say 4 hours. I don't know. Okay, from where we are now on the Appalachian Trail, Gettysburg is that way. I see a tower right there. We might be able to pinpoint that tower from Gettysburg, but you can't see Gettysburg from here because this mountain is in the way. And then the other side would be, Western Pennsylvania going this way. Can't see anything that way. But we're gonna keep an eye on that tower and see if we can't spot that from maybe the Meade Monument. All right, we got a ways to go. We got about maybe 3.5 hours hiking. Let's keep going. 4 hours in now. I mean, you tell me that didn't look like a bear? Somebody's messing. And that definitely looks like a bear. But it's not. I still don't know what it is. It might be a bear. But man, let's go around. From a distance, that's just a freaking log. Just a log. Yeah, so I haven't seen anybody in the longest time since back at Chimney Rock. I've seen people, all of a sudden nobody. So, and there's no exits. Like, even if you went back the other way, that's a long way to get off the trail. I don't see any exits. There might be one a mile up here. I don't know. I haven't checked. But, yeah, once you're on, a lot of the times you're on. You got to go to the next one. And it might be a couple hours to the next one, where you could actually get to a main road or something. Or 3 hours. I don't know. But yeah, so right now, it's beautiful back here. There's absolutely nothing back here. There's some nice green area over here. But yeah, once you're on, that's my impression, you're on. So, like, you can't, like, call an Uber here. Hey, a road. A little bit of signs of civilization, but no people. I'll put what road it is down in the, down below. Right down there, you see it? All right, let's keep going. Okay, it's 2:05, coming up on 5 hours in. Reinforcements, coffee. Let's go have a drink. So I was tired and I thought it said 5 miles to Route 30. I thought, okay, but no, it's 2.5. We got this. 2.5. Let's go. Yeah, 2.5 miles to go, but you don't know what consists of that 2.5 miles. Like this section. Okay. this is some serious crap here. I think we go up over this little. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what it's going to be like the next 2 miles, but if it's like this, I see a marker way up there. Way up there. We're going to have to work for it. Yeah. That's why you lift all them weights. That's what Bill Parcells says. That's why you lift all them weights. Okay. No snakes. I hope not. Okay, how long is this going to keep going? Well, we're going to shut it off, but you get the idea. Let's go Appalachian Trail. All right. It's 3:10 left, 6 hours to go. Still have enough water. Probably have a mile and a quarter to go. Getting there. Getting there. Onward we go. Well, we made it. Almost made it. Now we just have to go on to Route 30 here. Cross over the road. Here's Route 30. Move to Route 30. And I think we can make it across the road here. We're going. Oh yes. So Chambersburg is that way. And Gettysburg is that way. And Lee went that way on his way to Gettysburg. So at the start of the day, we started where Lee retreated from Gettysburg, and we ended the day where Lee went into Gettysburg on US Route 30. So now we're gonna go down. Now we gotta find the car in this park. I think I know where it is. Oh, we're entering Caledonia State Park. And I kind of think I know where my car is. If not, I'll have to walk back 15 miles and start all over again. I don't know. I'm delirious. I'm pretty happy. So that makes over 5% of the Appalachian Trail complete. If I do that 19 more times, I'll have the whole Appalachian Trail. But we shall see. Nah, that's too far. That's too far. We'll see what happens. Okay, well, I gotta find my car. We're still not done hiking yet. So by the time we hit Route 30, we're at about 6.5 hours on the hike. Just thought I'd throw that in there. It's 3:43 right now. Oh yeah, baby, here. Thaddeus Stevens Blacksmith Shop. Woo! Founded 1830. The famed Pennsylvanian and abolitionist. So on the way to Gettysburg, a few days before, June 26th, 1863, Jubal Early, Confederate Jubal Early burned Thaddeus Stevens Ironworks. Google that one. History. So I made it back to my car. It's 4:03, so almost 7 hours ago. Yeah. So I hope you liked the tour. Hey, what do you say we go over to Gettysburg and see what the Appalachian Trail looks like and the Blue Ridge Mountains from Gettysburg? Let's go take a couple shots from over there at the hike we just did today. Hi, everybody. We're at Little Round Top at Gettysburg. So we finished up the hike today, so I thought I'd come over and stand at Little Round Top to give her a perspective of the hike I did today in the Blue Ridge Mountains on the Appalachian Trail. So I'm going to turn the camera around. By the way, it's beautiful up here on Little Round Top today. I'm right underneath the 91st Pennsylvania Infantry Monument. So let me turn the camera around. So here we are, Little Round Top. Turn the camera around. And right out in this direction is Monterey Pass. Monterey Pass. So I started around there, and we hiked up the Appalachian Trail, 15 miles on the mountain chain. Now, sometimes there was a mountain between us and Gettysburg, between the Appalachian Trails and Gettysburg, so you couldn't quite see over here. Every so often you might see a gap where you might be able to see over here. But this is the general hike. So, and then we're gonna end up in here, come at Caledonia Springs. So that was the hike, the Appalachian Trail today. All the way out here. All the way back. About 15 miles. Got the Meade monument in back of me, General Meade, the winning general at Gettysburg. And I'm at the area pickets charge right in front of me. And I did a hike today, 15 miles in the Appalachian Trail, which is this mountain chain out in here. So I'm sitting here figuring the approximate location of where I started and where I ended. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. So again, we're looking right at the area pickets charge here. We're gonna zero in. Now you see this big mountain? Guessing Lee would not want to escape over that big mountain or in front of that big mountain. I'm guessing he's going to go right in that crease somewhere in there. Now this is a guess. You can probably sit and figure it out, but that is definitely the direction of Monterey Pass, and that is the way Lee left Gettysburg. So that's where my hike started today, right about in there. Now it could have been over here, but this is my best guess, right in here. So now we started the hike, took us 6 hours. We hiked down the Appalachian Trail, up the Appalachian Trail, north, 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 north. We go past these trees. Now you see these mountains start to dip down. That's about where Route 30 is. That's Chambersburg. That's where Lee came into Gettysburg. Most of the Army came in. In fact, Robert E. Lee did come down that road through Chambersburg, out that road, because there's a little pass there. So that's where we ended the hike today. Also, I remember many times coming here and hearing the park ranger give talks, and he would always point at those Blue Ridge Mountains out there, or at the South Mountain, and say, you know, that was Lee's escape route, and he used that as a defense mechanism. He would hide behind the mountains, and I always wondered what that was like. What that would be like to be out there. Well, today I got my question answered. When I was on the Appalachian Trail and I looked this way, I would see a mountain. So I couldn't see up over the mountain to see Gettysburg. There might have been, the Appalachian Trail might have been below the mountain. But there was one time, I think at Chimney Rock, I could kind of see out over, but I'm not sure if I was actually looking at Gettysburg. I am not sure. But you can Google that. You can Google that. I'm good right now just to know I kind of hiked up this mountain chain. I have a lot of questions answered, like how much effort it would take to march from down there up here and then over. And I want to end with one more thing. I hiked from down there all the way up here to see what it was like in modern day clothes. These real nice shoes. They're Keen hiking shoes. Now, I was a Civil War reenactor, and I wore what they wore. Let me tell you, those shoes were not comfortable. They were not comfortable. They're not even close. So I don't know how they made it in those shoes. I guess they just get accustomed to it, but feet must have been like as calloused as rocks to get here. I mean, my feet are sore in these shoes right now. Okay, hope you like the tour. Bye.